ask about the injury situation. Had 3 or 4 guys that went down. Boren, is he going to be okay?
Kobe's cleared. Devin Bogart has not been cleared, and there's potential surgery again, which just heart bleeds for him. Rashad Frazier's got an ankle sprain. It's, I guess, probable or questionable would be there. And is that it?
Burrows, Cam Burrows.
Cam Burrows is questionable as well. He had a little stinger, shoulder stinger.
You think your 2 road trips have you prepared to go to a place like Beaver Stadium?
Not like this one. This is one of those ones that's one of those top 10 in the country, top 5, really top 5 in the country places. So it's hard to get ready for this one. But we've had some good practices, and the one thing about our setup out here, we can get some noise pumped in pretty good.
Yeah, we can hear that from here. What good does that do you? What's the benefit of that, Urban?
What's that?
That noise. How does it pay off?
Well, the only thing is that's the communication on offense. During a play and making sure the 5 guys hear you, and then the silly penalties, the 5-yard penalties, because a lot of times it goes on the center cadence. And we've been decent about it, but you've seen sometimes it looks like a.
Yeah. Are you into like hand signals and stuff though? I mean, in these kind of situations.
It's all hand signals, but not with the offensive line.
No.
Yeah. The only issues are the 5 guys up front. These receivers go off the ball, but it's the 5 guys moving together.
We saw the double tight end set to set up the modified jet sweep with Dontre a lot against Maryland, but not so much against Rutgers. And we see Jalen Marshall getting incorporated more. Can you comment on sort of the mindset between those 2 decisions?
The 2 tight end, we have 2. We had in the game plan last week to use a little bit of 2 tight ends, and for whatever reason it didn't get to that package. And Dontre or Jalen's just got better and better. And so as you improve, you get more opportunities. And Dontre's playing well too, but when Jalen goes, at any position, there's other guys that are getting more and more reps because they're just earning it.
Hey, Urban, this?
I'm sorry? Well, I think it's pretty good. I think it's, Larry, and I heard that Penn State considers Ohio State the route. Obviously, we have one. This is, I think it's a little bit like when we played Wisconsin a couple years ago. Is that really right? It's rivalry because they're really good teams, and over the last 15 years, I don't know the record, but there's been some good games. So we consider them an elite program, and it's going to be a tough game.
Can you tell on video the difference between Coach O'Brien and Coach Franklin? What's different about them at all?
Probably offensively, which might be a good question for our defensive staff. I've watched a little bit of their offense, but defensively, it's a lot different, but you'd expect that out of Coach Barrett was a defensive coach.
And they opened up 4-0 and they've lost their last 2. Has there been any difference along those? Have they done anything differently, or have they?
I think they just played a pretty good team. They went on the road.
Urban,
you've been through it a couple times in your career when you've changed jobs. Specifically, when you come in with for a quarterback, when a new coach or a new staff comes in, can that be a hard transition for the guy who's running the offense, getting used to a new system?
Well, Chris Leak, we did have that. Chris Leak was, but it was really that much not different. It was not that much different of a system. But we struggled our first year. We were awful. So, but it got better as the season wore. So there's a little bit of feeling out process for a new quarterback. If this is directed towards Hackley, I don't know all that, but there is a little bit of a feeling out system.
Yeah, because for anybody, he's a talented guy, and he's dealing with the new staff and new coaches, and I just imagine how it would be hard sometimes.
That's true. I don't know that situation.
Several of your players have said that the moment that J.T. Barrett took over the team was his pregame speech at Penn State. I'm wondering if that resonated with you in the same way.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I can see he's a pretty passionate guy, so that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Did you hear about it though? I guess he spoke to the team before the game and stuff.
I really did.
Yeah.
No.
Was there a moment that you saw, leadership-wise, that things clicked for him?
I don't know if there was a moment. I just see the gradual process that goes on there, the maturity of a quarterback. Him getting hit as many times as he did against Virginia Tech and kept getting up and going. That was when he started earning my respect. And there are no excuses made, and everybody could have done better, including the coach. And he just kept going. So I think for someone to stand up and whether they give a speech or whatever, it depends who's standing up and what is he showing. And I think everybody, including including Buckeye Nation, saw a tough nut that got hit a bunch against Virginia Tech and kept swinging. That's how you earn respect.
But it's no secret. It's no secret their offensive line, Penn State's offensive line, has had some problems this year. This year so far. Do you overly challenge your defensive line to take? I mean, how does that work? I mean, in a week like this.
Yeah, I think it's. I always ask them, how's their offensive line, and I think there's some strengths and weaknesses to any offensive line. And it's identify the weaknesses and expose them. And yes, you do challenge it and rush offensive and defense lines with how you win games, and that's very clear on this whole program.
Are you going to wear a
Thanks.
black uniform at some point, Urban?
Black uniform.
Black uniform. People are talking about the black uniform picture that was on your desk.
Oh, somewhere down the road, maybe. It's not this week.
Would you be okay with that?
That's up to my boss. I would. Sure.